Main fair was, as you can see, it's a traditional worship. So when these are usually commander decorator, commander are the main bearing for the newlywed couple with commander and the fake boy is go down, please. While stand there, right? So bend it down. Can you squat? And of course, the best man is Tiene ese día, claro. Es una de los leyes.
The bride and the bridegroom, ladies and gentlemen who have come to attend this occasion, I've been requested to say a few words, and the words I would like to tackle, I would like to bring out today will be in two parts. First, I will speak about Elly Tumwine a bit. Unfortunately, I cannot say much about the lady because I don't know her very well. But I know the husband. The husband, first of all, I came to know him when I was teaching him. He's my student in primary 6 when I was teaching. That's when I came to know him, either primary 6 or primary 7, I've forgotten a bit. Then he joined me in the Ugandan National Liberation Army when we were fighting Amin. Then he was one of the people when we decided to go and fight Obote, who planned with me here in Kampala, and then went with me to attack Kabamba, and in that way we started the war together. And we have been together ever since. The traditional form of families somehow got undermined, and they were replaced by a Christian form of families. But even those got undermined sometime in the 60s. So you have got that suspension, neither Christian nor African situation, which is pervading our society now. And I think in this new era of reconstruction, we shall have to redefine and reassert the values of familyhood we would like to uphold. And I'm glad that Tumwine has taken this step. This saves him from the chaos which is going on in our society, because especially for our army, I'm a bit worried about our army. Ever since they came from the bush, they were treated as heroes. There was a form of hero worship. But this hero worship sometimes takes wrong forms. And the women come and they say that they are appreciating the work of the liberators and so on, and quite a crisis develops sometimes. So I'm glad that he's taking this direction, and I hope his colleagues will follow so that we can consolidate our victory, and the appreciations can be in other forms, not in this rather misguided and dangerous form. Now that is for Tumwine. But for our society in general, and especially between our society, unfortunately I cannot say about the lady. I know her parents, they are people from my area, but I have not got to know her very well. So I cannot say much. Now, regarding the relationship between our army and the society, I would like also to say a few words, because I'm also worried about that, apart from what I've already mentioned. Now, again, the family, the African extended family, has got its values, but it has also got its pitfalls, which have somehow acted as brakes on efficiency and modernization. First of all, the extended family, they expect too much, especially these days, from their children, from their sons and daughters. So that, for instance, when our soldiers came from the bush, their families expect them to serve them, give them money, give them this, give them that. Now, this is very dangerous. Very dangerous. How would you expect these young boys and girls who have just come from the bush to provide for the families? They can only do so by being corrupt. And I wish to use this opportunity to warn our society not to corrupt our army through the family pressure. The pressure, the families should expect nothing from these soldiers because they don't have anything. If you want them to provide for you, then you know what you're asking them to do, to be corrupt, like the army of Amin was, like the army of Obote was. So please, I'm begging the Ugandan society to carry out a campaign against burdening the soldiers with family pressures, and they cannot therefore cater for the family in the traditional way. Give them time, give them 2, 3 years, 4 years, they can be able to provide for the extended family. Is with respect to marriages, because again there another problem has developed. Traditionally we used to have a system of bride price. It was not women purchase as the Europeans called it. It was not women purchase as such, but it was sort of exchange of gifts. The side of the man would give cows, for instance. Then on the wedding day, the family of the wife of the woman would give a counter. What they call it, for instance, in Ankole they call it okushagarara, which is the cow which you give straight away on the day of the marriage. You give back the cow. And when the woman gives the first birth, another cow is given back. So that it was a sort of exchange of gifts, traditionally. But with the corrosion of our society by colonialism, it has ceased being exchange of gifts and has become commercialized. It has become a means for the parents to earn money, to earn wealth. To earn wealth, that's what it has become now. It has become absolutely corrupt. So this is one danger. Especially for, I'm now worried about Miami to begin with. Of course, there are other problems in the whole society, but those we can wait. We can talk about them later on. So now, if you subject these young boys to this commercial transaction of saying, you know, you are in the army, you better give me bride price, which is appropriate to your status. You are army commander, and you should give me appropriate tax before you get this lady, or you are a brigadier or whatever. This is very dangerous. Where are they going to get these cows and this money? And it's not only the bride price. There are the expensive weddings. That has also come. Expensive weddings. There is the pre-wedding party. They call it kasike in the local language. There is the extravagant wedding itself. Then there is the after party. Now all these, in my humble opinion, are unnecessary accessories to the whole process. The whole process can be streamed down to the bare minimums. And huge parties, huge parties. Now, this is very dangerous for our army. These young men have come from the bush. The young women have come from the bush. They want to get married quickly. But now, the society, because of its own disorientation, is putting obstacles in their way. And they are not strong enough. They are not strong enough on their own to refuse. Me, I would refuse. I can't listen to such a thing. I never paid the bride price, for instance. I didn't have it. How could I? I couldn't. Fortunately, my in-laws didn't even ask, but I wouldn't have given even if they had asked. Yes. Why should I pay the bride price? For what? Why doesn't the woman pay bride price to my parents also? You are talking of equality. Where is the equality now? Huh? You see? So but you see, the implications, which are social and political, are very dangerous. If you want bride price from these soldiers, you want extravagant weddings for them, how are they going to meet all this and raise the money to meet the extravagant demands of marriage? Or they become sponsored by the rich men. The rich men sponsor them. They say, okay, don't worry about the wedding, you shall pay the costs. And you know what that means? What does that mean? It means he's bought. He's mortgaged. Now I want to wage a ruthless campaign to this business. It should stop. Fortunately, my colleague and young friend Tumwine has listened to me. He came to me, he said he wanted to get married. I said, this is very good. That's very simple. But when we got into the other logistics, we said, no, this cannot be the case. So therefore, I convinced him and he accepted that knock out the pre-party wedding. Let it not be there. Cancel it. And he accepted. So I think we should clap for him. And also clap for the lady for accepting. I was not there. But I imagine there must have been some negotiations over that issue because our people are totally confused. They are missing the boat. They think that the extravaganza of the marriages and what's the marriage, which is not the point. You see, it's not the extravaganza, it's not the, it is the actual union of hearts. They are contradicting themselves. On the one hand, they are talking about religion. On the other hand, they are talking about extravaganza. The two are contradictory. They don't go together. Jesus was a humble man. So I persuaded Tumwine, and he accepted, and I'm sure the lady must have also accepted, not to have the pre-wedding party. Second, I persuaded him to agree to invite only 20 people. Not have a wedding party. There will be no wedding party for this wedding. There will be just food. Food. Chakula. And the food, we shall invite only very few people. So he also accepted. And I'm very glad about that. And thirdly, I persuaded him against the after wedding party. So we are trying to make this a very, very no-cost wedding. I hope all our soldiers, but especially the soldiers have no problem, but the parents, the society is the one which is putting pressure on them. Without doing this, then it's not a wedding. This is what they tell them. Without being extravagant, then it's not a wedding.